I need to sack something. I basically just need to sack something, and I don't know what to do that with. So I'm gonna sack Chuck. And that is Chuck down. Thank you, Chuck, for all you did. I'm sorry you couldn't do more. You will always at least live on in the fact that I have a black belt thanks to you. Alright, next up we have the fight against Pokefan Miguel with basically 3 Pika clones. That's the guy we need to fight there. Surge is our lead. He's gonna 1v1 the Togedemaru, or the Dene, and then here we go. Time for the next fight. My Pokemon is delightfully adorable. Don't be shy, I'll show you. Well, you're at least less harmful than the last guy should be. We're gonna fake out, do a tiny bit of chip. With that chip, even with or without the crit, Psychic now 2-8 KOs him. And the Dene here clicks either Electric Terrain, most likely, or Super Fang. Less likely, but not far off. Like, quite far off, actually. Psychic here kills the Dene. And I believe at full HP, the Togi should come in. Yes, okay, so I have that correct. And Togedemaru here should Steel Roller me. I'm gonna Psychic once, so Raichu takes the Steel Roller. It can take one just fine. And there goes the terrain. And from here, it should either Iron Head or Zing Zap. Ramos can take both. What? Why can it do that? I don't think I really care. Because Flannery can also take an Iron Head and a subsequent Zing Zap if it's outside of Electric Terrain. Is that true? No, that is not true. Okay. So I'm gonna need to do a bit of stalling, and that means I go to Nana instead. Like, I do a little bit of Intimidate shuffling, basically. Iron Head, and here it's a random move between Iron Head and Zing Zap. So I go back to Ramos. Zing Zap, perfect. That means it's another Iron Head incoming. And at that HP, a crit from Iron Head is a range to kill. So I can't quite afford it. So I'm gonna actually just, from here, handle it with Ramos. Which means I Giga Drain it. Yeah, that's kind of the problem there, isn't it? I'm just gonna wait until the Magna Rise is gone. There it is. Okay, and now it should Magna Rise again. So I can safely switch to Flannery. Magna Rise, perfect. And I therefore Flamethrower it. And that should kill. I lose the speed tie, that is dangerous, but not dangerous enough. Okay, good. With me being at 97 HP, it is gonna either click Drain Punch or Sword Dance. It's slightly more likely to click Drain Punch. Hopefully it does, because that makes it easier, but Faulkner should be able to 1v1 it most of the time, even at +2. Perfect. Because it sees that Talonflame can two-shot the Mimikyu, Mimikyu here won't ever Sword Dance anymore. It will always Play Rough or Shadow Sneak, so I can pretty safely click Acrobatics over and over and over. Play Rough, okay. If my attack gets dropped, that might be an issue. Oh dear, why do you have to speak it into existence? It isn't anymore, never mind. The burn just kind of invalidates everything he can do. Okay, so all in all, not quite a risky fight. Not quite a riskless fight, but a fight that is deathless nevertheless. And here, because I know the Mimikyu, it will always Shadow Sneak here. And just to prove it, I'm gonna go to Flannery. Watch it. Shadow Sneak. Perfect. See? Perfect. So that is this fight done. The route forward is down there. But here, we have Altering Cave, which is actually a place with some new encounters. No, I'm gonna actually look at the encounter table here first. And as you can see, there's a few interesting mons there. Riolu Timber, Sandshrew Alola Magnemite, Bergmite, Nummel, Porygon, Girder, Sandslash Alola, Magneton, and Torkoal. The Torkoal is interesting, the Magneton is definitely interesting. Riolu could be very good. Sandshrew Alola is not that great, but I know it's a dupe for later that is really good, and for now it's perfectly fine. An actual steel type in general would be quite nice to have. Porygon is not that good for me. Nummel is not that good. Girder would not be bad, but maybe a little bit redundant. But if it's a Guts Girder, that's still really, really good. Conclusion, I am gonna go ahead and just go in, and we'll see what we get. Yeah. Altering Cave. As you can see, it's devoid of anything interesting besides a new encounter, and also music you don't usually hear in this game. Okay, here we go. Bergmite. Okay, well, the one good thing about Bergmite is that it is really, really, really bulky. Basically here it's a 1.5, so it's like equal to Great Ball. So I'll just throw Nest Balls because they're gonna get worse and worse from here on out. Bergmite, we got it. First off, what are we gonna call you? That I think I know that is the Wolfric. I'm gonna call him Wolfric for the very simple reason that it's a Gen 6 Ice type. And I believe Wolfric also has an Avalugg, if I'm not mistaken. There you are. Summary. Ice Body, Naughty Nature. That's fine, because Avalugg is not that specially bulky anyway. And that looks honestly pretty alright. The HP is a bit middling, but that is incredible attack, incredible defense, which are the main two stats I care about anyway with Avalugg. That's the next trainer over there. So, the lead here is Flannery, and that should be good to go. Double check that's the right lead. Yep, let's get this going. Did you feel the tug of the soul-soothing fragrance? Yeah, I put some incense on the grave of Chuck, I guess. Anyway, Aroma Lady Daisy. Leading with that Gourgeist. And I am going to Flamethrower here. Hopefully kill. It's like a 1 in 16 Natsu. Right, 2 in 16 non-involving crits. So, no, it was literally a 1 in 16. So, yeah. That was a kill. Lurantis comes in. And Lurantis here is always clicking Superpower. Faulkner can also take that Superpower. And it 1v1s even from there. I think. I hope I don't burn it, actually, because that might cause some trouble. Oh, crap. Because now it's always clicking Facade, and that is killing me as a range to kill. Oh, dear God. How do I handle this? I was gonna say Torterra can take it, but Torterra can't do anything back. And the only other thing that can kind of take it is Orbeetle, but I might need to save that for later. Okay, I'm gonna pivot a bit. Ramos is gonna come in, take the Facade, and like stall with Synthesis. Facade barely out damages. Did give this a Miracle Seed, right? Gave an Oranberry. Okay, good to know that I'm definitely a goof. Facade at most deals 75, so I am technically safe here to click a move. But I'd rather not see a random move, because if he clicks Superpower again, I'm absolutely fucked. So I'm gonna Synthesis instead. And just go. What? Why did it click Superpower? Okay, well, it's been a fun stream, it's been a fun run. I love that I actually understand this game now much better than I used to. 115 HP. Facade doesn't kill me, I guess, but it does outdamage my healing. I'm gonna Seed Bomb and I'm just gonna see what I can do. A little bit of chip might help here and there. What is going on? Okay, now it definitely sees random move. Facade and Leafstorm see a kill, but I don't have a switch in. Berg is the closest to a switch in, I guess. Facade doesn't quite kill, and it should now maybe be in range for Bug Buzz to kill after one more burn tick. I think, no, I need one more. I need one more turn, so I need to Synthesis here. And hopefully Leafstorm again. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's get that ruler. It's now at 60%. Okay, well, I guess my best bet right now is to hope that he clicks Leafstorm again, because Orbeetle can take that. He can also take a Facade if it's not a crit, and at this HP it could also be Leaf Blade or Superpower, and Berg is fine to take either of those, and Bug Buzz is arranged to kill. Please? Superpower, okay. That is good at least. We're gonna once again take a look at the ruler. That is like 53% or so, I think. So Bug Buzz is very likely to KO here. Okay. Okay. Berg is very healthy still, so it can still help later in the fight, at least. Executor. Executor here should always Trick Room. Candace can handle getting Trick Roomed on. Okay. Ruler, thank you for your time. I gave this a Never Melt Ice, right? I gave it a Never Melt Ice, right. Okay, so Ice Shard here is guaranteed to kill. It at minimum deals 132 against a 131 HP Executor. Finally, we have the Florges. And thankfully, a Giga Drain crit won't kill me, and it's faster. So I can Avalanche here, dealing pretty hefty damage. Maybe even kill, but we'll see. And that is enough for Ice Shard to get a KO. Oof. Crisis averted. But my goodness, I need to read up on that. That went really poorly. I know why too. It's contrary shenanigans, but I really I needed to see that happening, especially with I knew Flame Body proc would actually screw me over, and I should have seen that happening. Okay, but in the end, we made it through, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. So we can look at the next battle, which is a double battle. Once more. Twins Amy and Liv. They love putting you to sleep. Okay, so Flannery leads. Yeah, this should be good to go. Then here we go. Double check that I have the right order. That is correct, so we're gonna go. Battle together as one team. I believe that Amy and Liv, because you share the team. It's a true double battle. And they lead with Gengar and Corviknight. I'm gonna lead with Flannery and Grant. Grant is at 1 HP to guarantee moves. Specifically, I'm gonna first incinerate the Corviknight and the Gengar together. Gengar here will click Hex, Corviknight will click Pluck. I'm gonna protect. I click Incinerate here first, specifically so I don't OHKO the Corviknight. We don't want to see an OHKO. I am now going to Flamethrower the Corviknight for a kill. And I'm going to switch Grant into Nana. Gengar will click Hex into Nana. And Flannery is going to not get anything into it, basically. Yep, there's the Hex. And due to the specific HP damage I did to Nana, the specific pre-damage, this should bait in the Jinx, who sees a fast kill into the Mightyena. Am I correct? Pretty sure I'm right. Show me I'm right. I am. Good. Now, we don't want it to actually click Ice Beam, because that's what Jinx sees to kill Nana. Actually, let me show off the HPs real quick. So we're gonna Flamethrower, and we're going to Sucker Punch Jinx. And that means Jinx is down. And in will come the Persian. Gengar here clicks Hex into Nana. That's probably the best outcome. I forgot to give the Oran Berry, but whatever. Persian here is gonna fake out a random slot, and the Hex from Gengar deals to Mightyena 31 minimum. So it's a random choice between Hex, Hypnosis, and Substitute. Actually, no, it's not going to be Substitute. It should be too low for that. I'm going to Incinerate. And I'm going to Sucker Punch. I want to double check that I can do that, actually. I can do that. I can Sucker Punch the Gengar. If I get... I'm not going to Incinerate, actually. Then I'm going to Flamethrower the Gengar. And I'm going to Sucker Punch the Gengar. Either of these should go through. I want to see how much Incinerate does before I do guarantee to click it. I think this is correct, and that means that's 30%, so I do need to click Flamethrower. I will Flamethrower the Gengar, and nothing I have can switch in, so I'm just gonna hope that Nana doesn't get faked out and hexed, I guess. It is a 45%, so that is a bit too high of a risk for me to take. But the problem is, nothing I have can switch in on both moves. I think the safest thing I have is like switch in Brawly, because Brawly can take like a fake out and a hex, provided the hex doesn't crit. So the safest line I have is to switch to Brawly, which will also bait a hex into Brawly afterwards. As a consequence, I won't, like, there's also a chance that I don't kill then, right? And I just kind of extend the wait. But if that were to happen, Brawly won't die, and I have probably an out through switching back to Nana instead. Yeah, okay, I think this is fine. So don't crit me. Gengar specifically, don't crit me. That is fine. Okay. And we made it through Deathless again, thankfully. But my goodness, do I need to work on my prep. And finally we have the Hypno. This is where we just double switch to Berg. And to Brassius. And both of them can take the Dark Void that Hypno is guaranteed to click here. And Brassius specifically can take the Flail that Persian is going to do here. Oh, it was Hypnosis that was going to click. Well, free turn. Berg was hurt by his burn. Okay, whatever. I'm going to Struggle Bug, and I'm going to Brick Break the Persian. Not Mach Punch, specifically so I don't get like a hard Flail against me. Just a full HP Flail, which does nothing. The Struggle Bug is there just to break the sash on the Persian side, and also do a bit of chip on the Hypno already. And now Brassius will kill the Persian. Oh my god, I need to stop making such dumb mistakes. That's been 2 fights in a row where I did that. 3 fights in a row where I did that. That's 3 fights too many. Bug Buzz and Seed Bomb, and I think that kills. If it doesn't, whatever, I've got turns. The Hypno cannot do anything to me here. And this kills. Seed Bomb, we say goodbye. And that is the twins defeated. Oh no, no, I'm definitely doing the next fight, because that's the last one before I get back to Battleberg. And I really want, if I can, I want to finish off that way. Which is that trainer over there. Ramos leads. Ramos 1v1s the Jellicent. That should bait in the Barraskewda. If it doesn't, that's fine. If it's not the Barraskewda that comes in, instead the Delmise comes in. And we have like a clear wall in Flannery here to like handle that in and of itself. Flannery 1v1s the Delmise, and if it's the Barraskewda that comes in, we switch to Grand on the Ice Fang, then Viola on the Drill Run, then Nana on the Liquidation or Ice Fang, and then Wake on the Liquidation or Random Move depending on if Nana gets crit or not, and Wake 1v1s the Barraskewda if it's at -2. It has an Ornberry just in case of defense drop from Liquidation. The Bruxish, because Ramos is at full HP, Ramos can 1v1. And once again, the Delmise we've got Flannery for. I can't guarantee a bait into Barraskewda early for the very simple reason that Ramos needs enough HP to 1v1 the Bruxish. But while also needing the Miracle Seed, long story short, this is how I have to do it, and that means it's fight time. Last fight of the day, let's go. My fishing line is all snarled up. I'm getting frustrated and mean. That's it. Battle me. Fisherman Andrew. And he comes equipped with the Jellicent. The Jellicent is easy. We just Seed Bomb and we say bye-bye till the next fight. One down, 3 to go. In comes Barraskewda. That's good. If the Barraskewda comes in first, that's a lot easier to handle. We're going to switch to Grant on the Ice Fang. It's Ice Gem boosted, so this way we consume the Ice Gem and take like pitiful damage from the Ice Fang that it clicks here. Yeah, that's still, that was a max roll in fact. And that is not a lot. From here, Drill Run might see a kill, and even if it doesn't, it's the highest damaging move. Viola freely comes in on Drill Run. And Intimidate number 1. And the Ice Gem is consumed. Now, Barraskewda clicks either Ice Fang or Liquidation. Nana can take even a crit Liquidation for exactly once, and also intimidate the Barraskewda once again. Now it's at -2. Going for some Ice Fang, that's fine. And now it's guaranteed to liquidation. I'm going to switch to Wake on the liquidation. And we want Wake to take a fair bit of damage here so that it baits Bruxish. But even in doing so, I 2-hit KO, while he does not 2-hit KO me from this range at -2. If Liquidation had a defense drop, we'd be in a tiny bit of trouble, but we had a Oranberry for that, so it's fine. We're now at 54 HP, and at 54 HP, there's exactly one move of Bruxish's that it's guaranteed to kill, and that's Psychic Fangs. And since Bruxish outspeeds me and the Delmise does not, Bruxish is what's gonna come in, and once again, it will click the Psychic Fangs. We've got a free switch in for that. That's Nana. Gets an Intimidate off on the Bruxish and also baits Aqua Jet. I was gonna do something a little bit different, but because Aqua Jet here doesn't even kill, I'm gonna instead just click Crunch and see if I can kill it with Mighty End instead. Because an Aqua Jet crit will not kill me. Alright, that's unfortunate, but not a big deal. Because even now, it's still going to click Aqua Jet, and a crit Aqua Jet without the Water Gem, because that's already gone, will at most deal 46, so we're good. As a matter of fact, even that Poison Fang dealt 57 at most. So all in all, we should have been fine. Like, we were fine anyway. Now, finally, that Delmise. Delmise sees a kill with Iron Head or Grassy Glide. We can switch in... Let me double check that actually. Yeah, it sees one with Iron Head or Grassy Glide. I was gonna say Viola can switch in for free, but that's not true. Because a crit Iron Head would KO Viola as well. That means we switch to Flannery. Grassy Glide there. I'm at 99 HP. And that means it's now very likely to click Switcheroo. It's about 80%, supposedly. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp it, just to, like, slow this fight a little bit, just in case. There's the Switcheroo. Good. Since it has clicked Switcheroo now, the Lightning Tail is gone. And I will no longer be waiting with clicking Flamethrower. Yes, he can technically flinch me to death with Iron Head. If that happens, like if I get low with that, we'll see how it goes. For now, this is fine. And we're done, and we managed to smuggle the Lightning Tail with us. Perfect. And with that, we're able to get back to Petalburg and beyond. Then we're gonna go ahead and do a tiny bit of an item run. It's white herb anymore. We take it, please. A white herb. It's a rare item, so we need to use it sparingly, but it's definitely a nice item. And I think that's everything, right? This has been a eventful stream, all things considered. Some good fights, some bad fights, some interesting acquisitions, one annoying loss. For now, have a good night, have a good rest of your day, and see ya!